this. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to achieve wider influence in your organization. If you're doing okay in your leadership role, but you want to get noticed and get moving up, this video is for you. And the reason I'm talking about it is I'm giving a workshop on this subject today at another organization, and I want to bring you with me and tell you about it on my way there. So I'm on my way to the station on this beautiful day. Just look at it, it's glorious. And I'm thinking about, what am I going to talk about in this workshop? I'm going to tell a story, deal with a philosophical question, and then give some really practical advice about how to widen your influence, how you actually influence people. And I'm going to practice it with you while I'm on my way there. So here's the story. I was a really new manager and I was sitting in our management team meeting and we were talking about a decision we needed to take. And I remember saying something like, well, I think we could do A, and this is what will happen. Or we could do B, and this is what will happen. And I was kind of pleased with myself because I diagnosed the situation, I'd set out the options clearly and concisely. But my boss looked at me and said, well, yes, but what do you think? And I was confused. I said, well, I think we could do A or B, and this is what will happen. But what my boss was getting at was, what do you think we should do? See, by just setting out the options, I hadn't really influenced anything, had I? I just said, here's the playing field, and hadn't moved anything forward about how we were going to play the game. It was only when one of my colleagues said, well, I think we should do A, that we started moving towards a decision. So if you want to influence stuff, you have to know what you think. All right, let's deal with the philosophical question. What is influence? And if you look in a dictionary, it'll say something like the capacity to affect the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. Well, blah, blah, blah. Let's get real. What we're really talking about here is being able to change the direction of travel to what you think it should be by getting people to agree with you. And the practical advice I'm going to give in a minute is all about how you actually get people to agree with you. Hang on a minute. This is first class. I'm not supposed to be here. Now, working out what you think starts with what you think about the stuff that's your responsibility, obviously. But if you want to have wider influence, you have to start thinking wider. What do you think about the stuff that your boss is worried about, or the company approach to marketing, or what needs to happen to make sure that new product is a success? For wider influence, you need opinions on more stuff. And then you're ready to start getting people to agree with you. And I've got 4 steps you need to do exactly that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, here are the 4 steps to actually achieving influence, getting people to agree with you. Step 1 is build relationships. And this starts with the people on your team. Get to know them, understand what they think and how they feel. And then to start getting wider influence, push outside your team, build relationships with your peers, with people in central teams like finance and HR. Try to connect with your boss and people on the management group. There are 2 reasons for doing this. First, you're more likely to influence people if they already know you, like you, trust and respect you. If you're trying to influence how marketing set their priorities, you're best to start by talking with your friend in marketing, right? And then second, because the people you know are where you start with step 2, which is listen to and think about and think through other points of view. If you want to influence people, you have to understand how they feel and what they think. Looks like we're arriving. Got to sort myself out. Step 3 is check and finalize what you think. Now, you probably knew what you thought before you started talking to people, but sometimes someone will say something that completely flips your thinking. It happened to me yesterday. Someone told a story in a way that completely changed my mind about something. So before you start trying to get people to agree with you, you have to actually finalize your opinion. And then step 4 is tailor your arguments. You know what you think. Now you have to shape what you say in ways that resonate. So you use that listening and thinking you did at step 2 to change how you say things to fit with what people care about. How you talk with your boss will be different to how you talk to your team because they care about different things. How you talk to the person who focuses on data and logic will be different to how you talk with someone who's all about stories and feelings. And the wider you want your influence to be, actually, hang on, let's not sort of kill myself as I cross the road. The wider you want your influence to be, the wider a range of tones of voice or storytelling techniques or just ways to say things you're going to need. It's cold today. All right, let's summarize it. Your influence comes from what you think about stuff. And to widen your influence, you've got to widen your thinking. Build relationships, listen to and think through other points of view, finalize your opinion, and then tailor your arguments. Do all of that, and you're going to be getting noticed as someone who influences things and makes things happen. I better go and see if I can find out where I'm supposed to be.
Hey, Ben, really good to see you. You are the Insight panel.
Grab my expert pack for 3 ways to improve your leadership instantly. And here's the video YouTube thinks you should watch next. I'll see you there.